Down here, I actually found a parking lot close by. It's like $20 for the whole night. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you found the one that I was like, nah, I'll find another spot.
Oh, okay. I couldn't find any other spot.
There you go, I already got it good.
Right.
All right, y'all, give it up one more time for Neil. Up next, we got Ryan.
Okay.
Let's go. You gotta keep it sideways or it'll mess up.
Okay.
Testing 1, 2. Okay, this actually works. Alright, so I've never done this before. I'm doing stand-up. I came out here to impress a girl actually tonight, so I'm going to pull a Jeff Bush and ask you guys please laugh. So anyway, I've never been in Boston really. I live like right around where you're way pretty much, but there's something about your guys' driving, right? And I'm sure if you guys have ever listened to stand-up about Boston, you've probably heard at least 1,000 jokes about how terrible you guys are at driving. And I'm sure it's not anybody in this bar, but, you know, most people. So, you know, I drive for a living, right? So I'm constantly on the roads. And I was always told to avoid Boston, but, you know, it pays decently out here. So, but anyway, you know, I'll be at a red light or something like that. And, you know, if you're not staring down that red light like a crackhead on the side of the road stares you down for a dollar bill, like people are honking their horns at you, everybody's trying to get around you. It's like, Jesus Christ, guys, like, come on. Like, give me at least a half a second. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going fast enough, you got people, like I said, just swarming around you like the ocean, you know? But, anyway, hopefully I won't pull a Joe Biden and forget all my jokes, too. But, anyway, speaking of driving for a living, right? So there was this one time, I used to return bottles at a bottle return place, and there was this guy who comes out, and I parked really close to this dump truck, and he's like, excuse me, you're parked extremely close to my $50,000 dump truck, and I'm thinking in my head, like, don't worry, man, you know, I drive for a living, it's alright, like, you know, I know exactly how big my car is and everything, but the guy took this, like, too hard. You know, he looks like an angry troll, just came up from under a bridge, so I have this thing where, you know, when people get angry with me, I like to make them more angry. You know, it's almost like a game to me. You know, when people are that able to get angry and vicious at you, I almost just like to poke them, make them feel a little bit silly, you know what I mean? So this guy's like going back and forth with me. I told him like, hey man, you look a little bit hungover, like you should just go home, pull another beer out of the fridge, just take a relaxed day. He's the owner of the place, he can do that, right? So anyway, we're going back and forth some more. He finally tells the guys, he's like, get his bottles out of here, bring them back, take them back, kick them out. I'm like, okay, I'll go to the next place down the road, but not a big deal. Like, so anyway, I got a little bit irked. You know, I'm with some friends, so I'm trying to show off. So I called this guy back, like as I'm on my way driving around. And I called him, I'm like, hey, my name's Jeff. I'm a traveling agent from the Better Business Bureau. And we just got a complaint about your bottle return center here. So he starts shitting his pants over the phone essentially. And you know, I let him just have that. I hung up with him. About 20 minutes later, I get a call back. He's like, by the way, there are no traveling agents at the Better Business Bureau. So I'm like, oh my God, this guy actually called the Better Business Bureau. So anyway, like I started going back and forth with him a little more and I couldn't hold together. I'm like, listen man, you're the most gullible person on the face of the planet. I can't believe you actually fell for that. So, you know, we start going back and forth some more. I'm calling him basically every name I can think in the book. Just belittled the man, you know? I felt kind of bad about it. But, so I'm like, I said at one point, I said, listen man, you either need therapy or a good wife. And he looks at me and he says, I tried that. I was married to a therapist for 10 years. And like, as mad as I was with this guy, I just had a moment of empathy. Where I was just like, yeah, that sucks. Women and therapists are crazy. So we had this moment of bonding over the phone, and he's like, it's all intimate, he's like, so what are we gonna do? I'm like, well, you know, I kind of like your establishment, I'd like to be able to go back there and use it again. So he says to me, if you come back here and shake my hand, I'll let you use my business again. So I'm like, well damn, I got to just call this guy every name in the book, call him a little angry troll man under the bridge, and just go back and shake his hand, he's gonna let me use his business again? Alright. You know, I pranked him, made him think I was in the Better Business Bureau, all 9 yards. So, I'm pulling a Joe Biden here, I can't remember my jokes. You know, the thing. Yeah, that's probably all I got. Have a great night, everybody.